Shalom, shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off this lesson by giving all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Achakodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Peace, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect of the house of Israel. Lord willing, this lesson will be edifying. And again, Shabbat Shalom. Okay? So starting off with Isaiah 51 and 14. The captive exile hasteneth, that he may be loosed, and that he should not die in the pit, nor that his bread should fail. And that is the mindset of the hopeful elect. If you're in the right mindset, you should be crying and seeking for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to deliver his elect out of the hands of the oppressor. You should seek for the kingdom first. You should want the eradication of this wicked system. Right? You should want judgment to come through. You should want judgment to be established on the earth. Salakia. Okay? You see? But again, that is the mindset of the elect. Okay? The elect would seek for the kingdom to come. Okay? Just as pertaining to the apostles. What was their mindset when they were speaking to Yahushai just before he left? It says here in Acts 1 and 6 to the point, when they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel? Okay, so that's the mindset of the apostles at that time. And they're apostles, you know that they're of the elect. Okay, that was the mindset that they had at that time. Okay, when will the kingdom of Israel be established? Okay, when will this oppression come to an end? Okay, you see, when will we be delivered out of the hands of our oppressors? All right, so that's the mindset that the elect have. Okay, and as hopeful elect, you should be moving according to the same vibration. Okay, you see, because as it says, Micah 2 and 10. Micah 2 and 10. It reads, arise and depart, for this is not your rest. Okay, this is not your rest. You understand that this is not the place where you will find peace. This is not the place where much righteousness doth abide. Okay, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with the sword destruction. And understanding that you do not invest yourself fully in this world. Yes, we are in this world, but we're not from this world. We're seeking the kingdom to come. Let me bring it out in 2 Peter's. Okay. It says here 2 Peter 3 and 12, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Most High. And we understand that the day of the Most High is darkness and gloominess. It's a day of judgment. But at the same time, it's going to be salvation and deliverance for those that believe in him, those that trust in him, those that were found worthy, okay, to obtain that salvation. Okay. And we're going to go into it. How do you become worthy? All right. It says here, we're in the heavens, being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The elements shall melt because of the nuclear missiles that are going to be shot. They're going to hit primarily Babylon the Great, the main place of great judgment. Okay, and the whole infrastructure of Babylon, as well as the whole country itself will be burnt to a crisp. Okay, you see everything that is in Babylon now. Okay, the Tower of Liberty. Okay, the whatever, New York, Kansas, Texas, Minnesota, all these places are going to be burnt up. Okay, Florida, burnt up. Okay, it's going to be a desert pertaining to Revelation 18. Okay, it's going to be a complete waste. Okay, the habitation of dragons and evil spirits. Okay, verse 13, nevertheless, we, according to the promise. So again, that's what the Lord promised, according to his word, according to his intentions, the words of prophecy. Okay, that's his promise. We look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. Wherefore, beloved, seeing that we look for such a thing, be diligent that ye may be found of him in peace, without spots and blameless. Okay, Again, we're looking for a new heaven and a new earth where dwelleth righteousness. Okay, and again, we that diligence goes for us. We show that diligence by obeying Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, becoming a new creature in Hamashiach. Okay, not being conformed to the ways of this world. Okay, but rather being against it. Okay, hating evil. You that fear the Lord hate evil. Okay, and cleave to what is good in the sight of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay, just as it says pertaining to the Tawa. That's how again we make our calling and make our calling and election sure. Okay, by being against the ways of this world. Okay, and following after righteousness according to the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay, it says here. See if I can find it. Spare. Young. No. Made. Salakia. Ezekiel 9 and I'll start at 4. And the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem. And we know that Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. Okay, so wherever you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are, this is where Israel is. Okay, this is where Jerusalem is. Okay, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the man that sigh and cry. Okay, for the abominations that are done in the midst thereof. So again, those that are against, those that are in opposition to the wicked ways of this world, they're going to receive a mark. And again, that's your conversation. Okay, your conversation, your conduct, your way of life is adverse to the ways of this world. You are now separate, as it says, be ye separate as I am separate. You're following after the ways of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You're following after righteousness. Okay, you're following after Yahweh Shai in this wicked world. All right. So by doing so, by obeying the law, statutes, and commandments, by walking, by putting on as the elect, you're now crying and sighing daily, constantly against the ways of this evil world, and asking for Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, begging the Lord to come and deliver you and to bring judgment. Okay, so that's how you will obtain that mark. That shows that you're in the right mindset. Okay, and again, you know that the Lord ponders the heart. Okay, He looks at the heart, meaning the mind. Okay, if your mind is with this world, okay, you're gonna be destroyed with this world. If your mind is with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, you'll be delivered. Okay, so again, set a mark upon the foreheads and of the man that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that are done in the midst thereof. And to the other he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite, let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient man which were before the house. Okay, so that mark of exemption is that is ultimately what's gonna is really that stamp that the Lord is gonna give unto those that believe in Him. Okay, so the angels, the angels of vengeance, okay, will not go near unto the men that have been stamped by Yahweh Bashim Yashai, further disdain for the ways of this world, for their diligence in obeying Yahweh Bashim Yashai. They will be preserved and saved. Okay, so again, let me see, I had another precept. Locked. It says here in 2 Peter 2 and I'll start at 6. 2 Peter 2 and 6. And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemning them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly. So Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities that were surrounding them are an example of what happens when you live in disobedience with Yahweh to Yahweh Shem Shai. When you live in complete darkness, okay? When you live in filthiness, right? When you are ungodly, that is going to be your reward, death and destruction. And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversations of the wicked. Okay, so not only did just Lot, meaning righteous, okay, the righteous Lot was delivered. Why? Because he was vexed, he was angry, he was against the ways of Sodom and Gomorrah. That is why he was delivered. At the moment that he left Sodom and Gomorrah, that's when the destruction came upon the land. Okay, the Lord delivered him. In a sense, he received the tawab at that time. He received the mark of exemption from judgment, and he was delivered. Okay, him and his two daughters. Okay, his wife was destroyed because she didn't obey. So you see, the Lord works the way He works. But again, the proof of obeying, because they received the commandment not to look back. Okay, and that looking back, that represents the fact that you still have your investment, or you still have in a sense love for this world. Don't look back. Okay, the Lord it says anyone that puts his hands off from the plow and look back is not fit for the kingdom, roughly paraphrasing. Okay, there is no reason to look back, because what's left in the world is nothing but death and destruction. And even now, Isa Edom is seeking to implement a totalitarian regime. Okay, he's trying to make you a perpetual slave unto him, man. Okay, the system, the solution that Isa Edom is gonna bring for the image of the world that he has in his head is not a world where everyone can profit and grow and profit from that system. No, man. Isa Edom is perfecting a system of oppression. Okay. Now slavery is in your mind, but Isa Edom wants to control. He wants to be as God, man. He has a God complex, so he's gonna bring a totalitarian system that is the perfection of oppression, man. In a sense, on the left hand. Okay, you see. So if you're looking back, man, that means that hey, you're completely lost, man. And hey, you have no part in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Okay, because again, just Lot was vexed with the filthy conversations of the wicked. So he wasn't with them. He wasn't with the ways of doing things. Okay, he wasn't with the sodomy. He wasn't with their way of moving, man. Okay, he was against it. He was in opposition, and because of that, he was delivered. Okay, for that righteous man dwelling among them and seeing and hearing vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. Okay, so because of their unlawful deeds, Lot was vexed continually, and again, that's the mindset of the elect, being continually vexed by being in this filthy world, man. Okay, waiting for again a kingdom where righteousness dwelleth. Okay, that will occur at the return of Yahweh Shai. But again, we are the representation of the kingdom of heaven in the earth. Okay, the elect, the hopeful elect, those that are walking according to the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Why? Because we're pushing for that vibration of heaven. Okay, we're pushing a heavenly vibration on the earth. We're abstaining from adultery. We're abstaining from worshiping of idols. We're abstaining from anything that is against the will of the Lord. Okay, so we're moving according to a righteous vibration, which again is pleasing unto the Lord, which will lead us according to the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to find us worthy of salvation. Okay, while the rest are walking according to their own vain ideals, and they will be destroyed because of such. They will not receive the tawab, the mark of exemption. Okay, as it says here, the Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly. Okay, he's not going to deliver everyone. He's going to deliver the godly out of temptation and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. Okay, so don't think because these demons, these people in the world that have no fear of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua are prospering now, that their end is going to be good, man. Okay, because again, the Lord is reserving them from the day of evil. The Lord has created all, even the wicked, unto the day of destruction, the day of punishment, roughly paraphrasing, the day of evil. Okay, they're being reserved. They're being kept for last. Okay, so don't think because, oh yeah, they're doing all sorts of evil and they're still doing evil, as it says in Ecclesiastes 10, Ecclesiastes 8, I believe. Do a sinner do evil 100 times and his days be prolonged? Surely it will go well with them that fear the Lord, but will not go well with them that do wickedly, because at the end of the day they have to face Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. None can escape his hand. Okay, in this life or in the next life. All right, you have to face Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai for the evils or the righteousness that you've done on this earth. All right, in this reincarnation. All right, so let me bring out. Let me close out with this. It says here in Luke 19. Let me see. Let me get the whole thing. Let me close out with this. Luke 18:1. And he spake a parable unto them to this end, that man ought always to pray and not faint. So again, that those prayers goes into our begging, that goes into us that goes towards our supplication to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai to not only avenge us but also to deliver us. Okay, saying, there was in the city a judge which feared not the Most High, and neither regarded man. And there was a widow in that city, and she came unto him, saying, avenge me of mine adversary. So that widow represents Israel. Okay, and we're constantly knocking at Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai's door with our prayers, asking him to avenge us day in and day out. Okay, by me doing this video, by the others, starting with the elder apostles and the men on down doing those videos, going out in the highways and byways. Even the spirit itself within us grieves and pleads unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai that we may be delivered, that we may be get to that rest, so that we can obtain that rest in the kingdom of heaven. Okay, so it says here, and we will not for a while, and he would not for a while, but afterward he said within himself, though I fear not the Most High, nor regard man, yet because this widow troubleth me, I will avenge her. Okay, so you see that man, even if he didn't fear the Most High, even if he didn't care about anyone's opinion, because that widow was continually coming at his door, knocking at his door, asking for mercy, asking to be avenged, begging each and every day. Eventually he broke. He said, okay, I'm gonna answer her prayers. Okay, I'm gonna avenge her. I'm gonna fulfill her wish. Okay, I will avenge her, lest by her continual coming she weary me. And the Lord said, hear what the unjudged judge said. And shall not the Most High avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? Okay, I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? Okay, so again, yes, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai will deliver us, but he expects us to cry, to sigh, to seek for him, to beg for him to come and deliver us. Okay, he wants to hear us, that we need him, that we need Yahushai. He wants to hear it. Okay, so faint not, and keep pushing forth those vibrations of distress. Keep sending those calls of distress through prayer. Okay, through fasting. Okay, you see, through abstaining from evil, through your obedience in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, through your fear of the Lord. Okay, so that you can obtain that tawab, and that you can plead for the Lord to come and deliver us soon. You see, okay, the Lord will speed in the days. Okay, the Lord will shorten the days. Salaki, he will shorten the days. Okay, and we're seeing now, the time is flying, man. Okay, and we know that each and every day brings us closer to the end of this wicked kingdom. All right, so we're almost there, man. Okay, keep pushing, keep fighting, keep believing. Okay, keep crying, keep sighing, for the Lord will come and deliver his elect, those that are following Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai in truth and in sincerity. Okay, so that being said, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. Until next time, shalom, 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 Shabbat shalom. Until next lesson, shalom.